Hi, in this video, we're going to learn how to convert the expression to postfix notation, and we will learn how to draw the step diagram to illustrate the execution. Below is the program execution expression. We will learn how to convert it to the postfix. When we need to convert the expression to postfix, first we need to see from the left to the right, and we will start when have the bracket. The first bracket is the h divided by I. How to convert the expression to postfix is we will move the operation to the behind. So h divided by I, we will change it to hi divide. After we done, we will fix it and lock it and make sure we won't change it anymore. Once we done for the hi, next we will see for the behind bracket. In the behind bracket, we have a small bracket with the a divided by b and a d plus e. We will start from the left to the right. So we will start the a divided the b first. A divided b, we need to change it to postfix is ab divide. Every operation will move to the behind. So after we done, we need to highlight it, we fix it, and we won't change it anymore. So once we done for the first bracket, we take a look with the behind the second bracket, d plus e. What we're gonna do is we will change this attraction operation to the behind. So d plus e, and then still the same, fix it, and we just copy it. Next, we still haven't solved the inside the bracket because the inside the bracket still remain the plus c and minus. So what we're gonna do is we will take a look with the first one from the left to the right. We will need to solve the plus c first. So for the plus c, we will see is the ab divide plus c. So the whole thing, we need to lock it, and then the operation in the center will change it to the behind, move to behind. So ac plus, and then we just highlight it, fix it, and don't change it. Next, we still remain the subtraction. Still the same, move to the behind, and then we highlight all the things, and then don't change anything. After we done already the behind the bracket, we can take a look with the front one. So from the left to the right, we need to solve the multiplication first. F multiply G. So still the same, the multiply, we move it to the behind, and then we fix it, FG multiply. Next step, we have a attraction, and then this attraction is FG multiplied at the HI divide. So we will move it to the HI divide behind of the HI divide. So move it here. And then still the same, fix it, don't change anything. And now we just left the last one, the division. So the last thing is the front FG multiply HI divide plus the behind this bracket. So what we need to do is the divide, move it to behind, yeah. And you just fix it. That's all for the postfix notation. This is how the way to change the expression convert it to the postfit, and we can remove all the bracket if you want. So we just try to remove it. Now next, we gotta draw the stack diagram. Before we draw the stack diagram, we need to key in all these things to the zero address. How to do the zero address? Zero address is you need to key in all the data, all this, the FG, all the operation inside here. So start from the F. Everything with the alphabet, we just make it as a push. In the zero address, we just have a push and a pop. For the insert data, we use the push and we use the output for the pop. So we push F and then push G, and then we have a multiplication. We have a push I, we have a divide, then add A, B, divide, C, then that's all. We just need to key in. And at the end, we don't forget we need to pop Y, because Y equal to the whole expression. So we need to remember to pop Y. Now we start to draw the stack diagram. How you gonna draw the stack diagram is you will need to draw a rectangle box, something like that, and we always start from the bottom part. So push F, we need to push F inside the box. We need to key in the F inside the box. So we just key in F, and then another next step is a push G. When the time you go for push, you just remain the box that previous you key in, and you need to move to the new boxes, which means this the F, I will remain it, and I will push G, I will put at the top of the F. So G here. Next, we will have a multiplication, FG. How we gonna identify whether it's a G multiply F or F multiply G? Let's say we have a subtraction or addition. So every times when the time you need to draw the stack diagram, you found out have a multiplication, divide, add, or maybe like a subtraction, you always will fix the bottom part and then do the operation with the above part. So which means F and G, we will fix the F and then we will multiply G. F multiply G, and the G will move together with the F. So next, we will have a push H. When the time still the same, when the time we come to the push, the bottom part, the previous step, we will keep it as the same, and then we will push H in the new boxes. So F times G, this is a H and the above. Then next we will have a push I, then these two still the same, then we will push I. Yeah. Now we start having a division. Like just now what we say, divide is the divide the two, these two. So H divide I, and then the bottom part still remain the same. Yeah, just like this. Now maybe some of you will confuse. We have an adtraction again. How we gonna do the adtraction is F multiply G and add the H divide by I. So still the same, copy this, and then we will make the add H divide I. Yeah. So until here we already done for the above part. Now we have a new one, push A. So we copy this stack, we paste it at the bottom part. Always remember, don't change the below the stack if you need, when the time you come for the push function, yeah. So now we have a push A, then still the same, we have a push B at the behind, so keep it all the same, push B, then divide, yeah. So divide, based on the previous the explanation, A divide B, A divide B, and then the bottom part still keep it as the same. Then just like this lah. Then we see next we see is push C. So push, okay, I remain all the same for the previous stack, and then I push a new one, C, inside the new box. Now I have an attraction. Add A, B, A divide B, we need to add C. So the bottom part is the fixed one. I just key in here, A divide B plus C. Then we have push D, we have to push E, so still remain the same, these two. Okay. We need to combine it, don't fix it, never change. When the time comes to push, then push D, and then push E. Okay, this thing, we keep it as the same, then push E. Next, we will have an attraction. So add what thing? We will add the D and the E. So the below these two, we'll keep it as the same. Then we add the D plus E. Yeah. And we have a subtraction. So subtraction is A divide B plus C minus the above this stack. So the bottom part we still keep it as the same. And we will have A divide B plus C. So we will have a minus subtraction. To make you all don't confuse, I just will put bracket here in front so you won't confuse. This is the previous stack. To minus the subtraction, subtract one thing, D plus E. So D plus E. Then the next thing, we come to the divide. So still the same, this whole thing divide this thing. So below part always fix it. And then we need to divide the whole thing. I just put a bracket. I paste it here so that you all won't confuse. I change this bracket. Yeah. So you can see when the time comes to divide, F multiply G plus H divided by I, divide the whole this thing. So I put a bracket so you won't confuse. And the last part, don't forget, when the time you do already this expression, the zero address, you already draw the stack diagram, you need to make a pop. You need to show the result. So we will store everything to the Y and then we'll show the result pop Y. So at the end, we need to make it as Y equal to F multiply G plus H divided by I and divide the behind bracket A divide B plus C minus D plus E. So that's all for today. Hope you can learn something new. Bye.